Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your boy Messiah Boss, and you are tuned in to You Hook Now the podcast. You Hook Now the podcast. It's quite simple. You can catch me on the Anchor podcasting app. It is a friendly podcasting app. It is a user-friendly podcasting app that will allow you to do podcasting on the go, podcasting from any mobile device, podcasting from your own home, podcasting from your car. It will let you and allow you to podcast from anywhere. It just makes doing podcasting simple. So for anyone who has a love or yearning or anything to want to do podcasting, go check out the Anchor app. That's what I'm on. I'm not really trying to come off as I'm trying to be like a spokesman for them or nothing like that. They're not paying me anything. This is just one of the apps that I use when it comes to putting my podcasting on a platform. You can also catch me on Twitter. If anyone on Twitter, I really don't be on other social media platforms. I'm too busy trying to master one. So if you ever on Twitter or if you're on Twitter, if you share it to someone that's not on Twitter, however you want to get at me, you can get at me at Messiah X5. That's my handle. At Messiah X5. Capital X5. And that's how you get at me on Twitter. And from that, you can go to my profile. And from my profile, there'll be two different YouTube links that'll take you to two different YouTube pages. One of them will be the page that do house all my normal podcasts. It will house those episodes over there. And my other YouTube page will be the page that houses my devotionals. The devotionals are the biblical part of my life. I'm not no preacher. I'm not anything like that. But I just feel like I don't have to be this perfect person, or I have to have this title in my life, or go to any type of seminary school or anything to talk about my experiences with God and about my devotions that I read and about things that I just read in the Bible. You know, some days I will just talk about strictly devotional scriptures. Some days I might actually break down a full lesson to you into a podcast. So just stay tuned to my devotional podcast, what I will have kicking. It will be incorporating my wife very soon. And my You Hook Now, you know, that's my main podcast right there. And from there, I will be posting up my Cash App. Uh, you can Cash App me on, you'll be able to Cash App me off my Twitter page, and I will put my Cash App link in all of my descriptions on my YouTube pages for my videos. Why I haven't done it yet, I've been reluctant. You know, I'm a very, very prideful person. I'm a very, very headstrong person. And I'm one person that really don't like to ask, you know, anybody for nothing. I really don't like to even come across as if I'm trying to, you know, ask or, you know, fundraise or crowd raise, however you want to put it, for any type of financial support. But what I do with my podcast and my podcast, because I do have two currently running, uh, they're all, you know, viewer supported. You know, uh, to help me grow, I need viewer support. It's simple as this. Uh, if I want to grow to take over the city in podcasting, I need a city's amount of help. If I want to grow to take over the nation in podcasting, I need a nation's worth of help. If I want to grow to take over the world with podcasting, I need a world full of help. So with that, I was going to start a GoFundMe page, but my wife was just like, well, why don't you just upload your Cash App? Just try it, you know, just upload it and see what people do and see how people respond and see how people react. And, you know, so I'm a ride with my wife on this, and I'm just going to upload my Cash App to all the links in my bio. And whatever you can support, whatever you can donate, that's perfectly fine. I'm not asking for any type of increments. I'm not asking for anything. It's just whatever your heart is lead or is leading you to donate to me. Just even if you feel like donating, do as you please. Um, I am going to start a foundation. Let me just get a little bit of this foundation out the way. It's going to be a suicide prevention foundation, and I know I can't stop everyone who wants to take their life away. I know I can't. I know everyone can't stop everyone who wants to take their life away. Sometimes, just being honest, just being real. Sometimes people just don't want to be here no more. I have dealt with the unfortunate of news of losing two people in my family due to suicide by asphyxiation. My wife has lost someone due to suicide by asphyxiation, and we lost another friend due to suicide by asphyxiation. Uh, I lost a friend in high school due to suicide by a gunshot wound, and I've worked many of scenes to where I had to do the actual dead body cleanups of people who committed suicide. So I've been around a lot of suicidal acts. You know, I never really witnessed a person saying that they were going to kill themselves or they really didn't want to be here. Um, I never witnessed it with my own eyes or with my own ears, but I've been around a lot of people who actually took their own life. And to be honest, man, it never gets easier. It never gets easier. It never gets easier because, you know, I pride myself and I feel like I am called to be someone who helps people, who keep people encouraged. Like that's what I do. Like for everyone who knows me, everyone who watches me on Twitter, they know, man, like I'm an encourager. Like I may look like someone who, like, at the first sight, I can get real active and get real violent with people and stuff like that. But that's not really who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that will give a person a shirt off my back to give a person the last dollar in my pocket. That's who I am, man. And I'm big on encouraging people because the world is lacking encouragement. The world is lacking positivity. The world the world is lacking, empathy and sympathy and things of that nature. It's lacking all that, you know, and the world is lacking love, and we're missing a lot of that, and to be around these people and to always be around these situations and to always walk into these situations and you can feel the vibe, you know. I've walked into a many of situations to where I walk into a home and you just feel like the eeriness of the situation. You feel like the spirit still there. Like it's fresh, you know. Um, Many a times I seen bodies still laying, you know. Many a time I seen some people take their last breath. Like it wasn't like an immediate kill. It was like, they killed themselves, and you know they tried to kill themselves, but it didn't go planned. It wasn't just like a snap of the finger, smooth thing, and out of there. I've been around some pretty crazy stuff when it comes to people taking their lives, man. I not to bring up any feelings with anybody, man, but I know someone who jumped in front of a train. Uh, I knew many of people who have shot in themselves. Uh, I really didn't start seeing people hang themselves until recently. Uh, Not actually witnessing it, but just seeing the aftermath of it, and it's just a different type of feel when witnessing those deaths because sometimes being around a lot of murder, like the vicious intent of those type of killings. Sometimes being around some type of negligence, you understand that they were negligent with their life and they end up losing it. It was no intent of killing themselves or anything like that, but sometimes people make mistakes, and the mistakes can be life costly. But when you be around suicide situations and you're dealing with the family, and sometimes you get to see the scene, sometimes you don't, and you feel the aftermath, it's a different vibe because it's like a hurt that still hovers not only around the area, but around the home, around the property. And it's definitely a hurt that hovers around the family because I have never, ever been a part of any type of suicide incident that the family wasn't feeling. Um, the family wasn't feeling not necessarily hurt, but they were feeling um, ashamed. They were feeling, in a way, they were feeling just just shocked. Like I said, just ashamed, um, because the person, the family member, the friend that they're dealing with, they've heard those cries many a times. They've heard they've heard those outrages. They heard and they seen those signals many a times, and they downplayed it, you know. They downplayed the situation. And you don't get too many times to downplay someone's feelings. You don't get too many times to be dismissive to what's going on in somebody's mind. You don't get too many times to play it off and downplay it as somebody just being crazy or somebody just acting out. You don't get too many times to do that because, sometimes people get tired of being denied. Sometimes people get tired of being looked over. Sometimes people get tired of being taken as a joke. And you reach that point to where it's like the next person that takes me as a joke, I'm going to show them the joke's on them. Even in my own death, I'm going to show them that the joke's on them. And to be around, man, and to see handwritten suicide letters, to be around and read those letters, to be around and see people record their own suicides, say their last messages to people that they love, say their last messages to people that they hate, say their last messages to people that they really wanted help from the most, but they just felt like they was invincible too. Like all these things, all these emotions and these feelings and these actions are like a big ordeal in these situations. And sometimes people just get tired of being looked over. Some people just get tired of being neglected. Some people just get tired of being dismissed. And we live in a society where some people are very dismissive to people's mental health. They are very dismissive to people's feelings. They are very dismissive to people's thoughts. And people just, with their back against the wall, they end up taking themselves out. It's very crucial to see the tears on folks' face. It's very crucial. It's very crucial when you see the shock in the family member's face because they just always, chalked it up to, I just thought they were just trying to be attention hungry and they was just doing it for attention. I never thought that they would go through this. Yeah. So to all the families out there that's going to hear this, I plan on starting a foundation with anyone who that you know of that, said they want to take their own lives. I'm gonna have a lineup. I'm gonna have a line that they can call. It's gonna be a 24-hour line. You'll always be able to get in touch with somebody. And you know, I'm not saying that we can stop everyone from pulling the trigger. I'm not saying that we can stop everyone from swallowing the multitudes of pills. I'm not saying that we can stop everyone from using the nukes and jumping from the buildings. Or I'm not saying that we can stop all of it. But let's put our best foot forward on the behalf of people who are dealing with depression, anxiety, all type of fears and phobias, uh, all type of, you know, pressures, and let's do what we can to help these folks out the best. Because just because things happen to you in life and it was so easy for you to mask it and get over it and move along, and you got tough skin in certain areas, it doesn't mean that these people who took their lives didn't have tough skin in certain areas. They just didn't have tough skin in that particular area, and that's why they did what they did. And let's stop looking down on people who do this. It happens. It happens. All we got to do is put our best foot forward to try to put as many stops, as many roadblocks as we can when it comes to the situation. Let's be more encouraging, folks. Let's be more encouraging. Like, I know it's hard to sometimes be living your life and you're going through your ups and your downs and you're going through your trials and tribulations and your pain and your strife. I know it's hard to be encouraging to other people. We live in this whole self-made society that where we feel like we do everything ourselves. But I come to tell you on this morning, I come to tell you in these AM hours that destiny and downfall are always attached to other people. Destiny and downfall are always attached to other people. And if those people who took their lives were attached to the right people, I'm pretty sure that majority of them probably could have been saved. Because let me let you guys know a little something. Sometimes, yeah, your family is your family for a purpose. But sometimes your family ain't the right person that's going to lead you to the light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes none of your family members are not those people. Sometimes it's a friend. Sometimes it's a person that you met via a job with person with those same commonalities that you're dealing with in life. Maybe someone you met at school. Maybe it was somebody who gave you a word, the word that you needed to change your mind. Just a coming passerby, or maybe an angel that we entertained. Maybe it's not always somebody who's coming to stay. They come in and drop off the revelation you need for you to stop doing what you're going to do to yourself. So, yeah. With that, man, let's do the best we can, And even if you know someone who has homicidal thoughts, who always thinking, they're trigger happy, they're trigger, itchy trigger finger, and always wanted to, fall to these illusions of being a shooter and all that. If you got somebody, like that, this program that I'm planning to put forward will be able to help people too. But in the meantime, go check out other institutions. Go Google. You use Google and the internet and YouTube for all kind of other stuff. Go seek. Oh man, sorry about that. Go seek the help that you need. Seek the help that you need, and don't be afraid of seeking the help that you need. Don't be afraid. Uh, until then, I'm your boy Messiah Boss, and I'm checking out.